So you just got an electric skateboard. In this video, I'll share with you 10 things that you need to know. I'll also share with you something that you don't need to know, my age. Let's get started. Number 1, you will fall. Even if you're the most careful person, you can't control everything around you. Sooner or later, something will cause you to fall. But that doesn't mean that you have to get seriously injured. Be aware of your surroundings and always ride in a way where you can fail safely. It only takes one bad fall to completely change your life. So watch my video about safety gear. At minimum, please, wear a helmet. Number 2, check all fasteners regularly. The screws on the truck mounts, the nuts on the wheel axles, the kingpin nuts, the screws on the enclosures, etc. Weird things can happen to your board. I had a friend who mysteriously lost a pivot cup. Huh? A pivot cup. How do you lose a pivot cup? And sometime later, on a different board, her rear kingpin nut fell off. Huh? Every once in a while, just give your board a quick visual inspection and wiggle everything. Wiggle your trucks and your wheels. Make sure nothing's loose or missing. This only takes a few seconds, so do it often. Watch my other videos about board maintenance. Number 3, learn to ride low. I'm not saying that you should always ride like this, but riding with your body closer to the ground has a number of benefits. When your legs are bent, they're better at absorbing shock from bumps and cracks. And when you fall, you're less likely to have a serious injury if you're already close to the ground. Riding really low works out your legs, improves your endurance, and for some people, including myself, it helps improve your range of motion. All of these things can help you become a better skater. Number 4. If you won't be using your board for more than a week, store it at around 50% battery power, preferably in cool temperature. This will help your battery last longer and applies to lithium-ion batteries in general. Assume that the battery will continue to discharge at about 3% per month. Do not store your board at 0% power, or you might not be able to recharge it later. If your board came with different instructions for long-term storage, then follow those instructions. Number 5. Don't put the remote in your pocket. If you're making a quick stop for something and you need both hands, turn off the remote before putting it away so you don't accidentally hit the throttle. This is something that happens a lot in group rides. Somebody would put their remote in their pocket and their board would fly off. People sometimes get injured by that. A dead man trigger on the remote can help prevent that, but it can still happen, so just be aware. Number 6. Do not use the wrong battery charger. If you understand what the little numbers mean on the charging brick, then maybe you don't need to hear this advice. But for the rest of you, if you use the wrong charger, you could kill your battery. Or worse, you could start a fire. If you have multiple battery chargers that look similar, I highly recommend that you label them. The labels aren't just for yourself, but also for the people who visit you. They might not know that battery chargers are not all interchangeable. Number 7. Your legs may need time to adapt. If you're a complete beginner, you might find that your legs get sore and your feet hurt while skating. That's totally normal, and that happens to me also if I don't skate for a few weeks. Some people try to solve this by wearing softer shoes. If that works for you, maybe it's fine, but softer soles could make the board less responsive to your movements. So instead of wearing softer shoes, I suggest that you give your body some time to adapt. But everybody's different, so do whatever works for you. Number 8. Don't ride in the rain. I understand that some of you live in places that rain a lot, so you can't always avoid wet conditions. For those of you, I would still encourage you to avoid riding in the rain. Obviously, electricity and water don't go well together, but aside from the electronics, water can cause your wooden deck to warp, and certain parts like the screws and bearings can rust. So if you do ride in the rain, be sure to dry your board thoroughly afterward. Personally, I'd rather just avoid the rain and call a car. You should also know that normal longboard wheels are extremely slippery on wet surfaces. Number 9. The best way to improve your skating is to skate with people who skate better than you. I know that isn't always possible, not because there aren't better skaters, but because if you're just getting into this sport, you might not even know other people who skate. If that's the case, then watch a bunch of videos of other people skating and practice on your own. You're gonna see that different people do things differently, so experiment and see what works for you. Like I said earlier, you will fall. Wear safety gear so that you can fall without getting hurt. How long was that there? Number 10. Hey. This one is kind of personal and probably doesn't apply to many of you, but it might apply to some of you. Electric skateboarding can drastically improve your life. I'll keep this short because this really should be a video all on its own. I'm 38 years old. What? I started e-skating when I was 35 and regular skating when I was 36, so only a few years ago. Before I got into e-skating, my work and my hobbies all revolved around sitting in front of a computer. It wasn't a healthy lifestyle. I didn't play any sports and I had zero interest in going to the gym. In fact, I still don't like gyms. They're disgusting. It was e-skating that got me to get off my butt. E-skating led me to longboarding, and longboarding finally gave me the motivation to start improving my fitness. You see, I feel like I'm racing against the clock. Once you're over 30, your body really starts to slow down, and fitness becomes more important than ever. I knew that, everybody knows that, but I just never had the motivation to do anything about it until I started skating. That's all I'll say about that for now. Basically, e-skating changed my life for the better, and I hope it can do the same for a lot of you. If you have any e-skating tips or advice you want to share, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment. Also, look in the video description. I'll put links to related videos and other really good resources.